Having a portfolio is not always a requirement to get into fashion school. If you love fashion and you're worried because you don't have a portfolio, you can still pursue a fashion degree. You can still get into schools. Speaking from experience, I did not know that I could pursue a career in fashion without having a portfolio. So I'm going to explain to you the different methods that you can take and how to apply to fashion schools if you don't have any prior experiences. By the way, my name is Jordino. I'm 22 years old. I currently attend LIM College and I'm in my senior year, so I'm almost done. I am here to share my experience with you guys and let you guys know that you can still pursue your dreams even if you think you can't. If I did it, so can you. Just to give you a little backstory, I went to community college for 2 years. I transferred to LIM College thereafter. When I started community college, I was initially pursuing nursing. After about a year and a half, I decided that that's not the route I wanted to take. So I decided to look into different fashion schools because that's just where my heart was. And to just give you another little backstory, I grew up in Kingston, Jamaica. So I moved to the States when I was 19 years old, which was when I started community college. As I said, after about a year and a half, I decided that I'm going to start looking into fashion schools because nursing wasn't where my heart was. I looked into different schools like FIT, LIM, SCAD, multiple different schools. I looked into Parsons. LIM College grabbed my attention because not only the degrees that they offered, but under the degrees they had different career paths that you can take. And I did not know that there were so many different careers in the industry, especially if you know that you don't really want to do design or be a designer per se, or you don't want to sew clothes. There was just so many different career opportunities, from fashion merchandising to digital merchandising to retail management to event production. There was just so many different careers that I never thought that I could do. Right, so at the time I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do in the fashion industry, but I still applied just because I thought that there was so much that I could learn. So fast forward, I applied. You did not need a portfolio, you just had to fill out like the application steps. There was an essay that was optional, I believe, and then they look at things like your GPA, your transcript, and just the regular academic things you need to get into college. So I got in and I chose a business of fashion degree just because that degree is transfer friendly. So I got to transfer my credits from my community college to LIM and a lot of my credits transferred. So thank God. So when I started, I took different interesting classes. I took retail, fashion show production, intro to fashion business. I took this class called Digital Tools for Fashion Presentation, where you learn about Adobe Creative Suite. So I learned Illustrator, I learned Photoshop. In these classes, you get to be creative. There's some classes you get to build your own brand from start to finish. Even though we focused mainly on the business aspect of fashion, that doesn't mean that you don't get to be creative. Right, so a lot of the classes focused on presentations, mood boards, events and networking and all of that. Because I remember I used to worry like, how am I going to get my foot into the fashion industry and I know no one here? It was so hard for me to talk to people. It was a case where you had to step out of your comfort zone. So you learn a lot about presentations, because most of the fashion industry, guys, if you don't know, it's about presentations. It's about presenting your thoughts and your concepts to other people. Right, whether that be the manufacturers, whether that be to your suppliers, to the retailers, whatever the case may be, it's a lot of presentation. And even in some of my classes, like my retail classes, some of our assignments, we would have to go into different retail stores like Saks Fifth Avenue. You have to analyze, how people shop. Why is someone gonna get wool instead of acrylic? You learn about different materials, why people shop the way they shop. There's just so much psychology that goes on behind it that we don't even think about. I can't really name from the top of my head right now, but I'm just giving you a basic overview, right? Let me sip on my tea. So that's what I really loved about the school. LIM's thing is learning by doing. So a lot of the times as students, we're put in real life situations as if we were really in the fashion industry, and we get to create, we get to be involved. For example, I was involved in our student-run fashion show, which is a very big production, by the way. I was a part of the production team, and you get to collaborate with different people, from the stylists to the marketing team to the creative direction team. You just learn so many different things. And at the time, I did not know where my heart lied. I didn't know if I wanted to go into buying and planning, or I didn't know if I wanted to go into marketing or creative direction. I just did not know. But the thing is, with these classes, you get to kind of feel out each aspect. So for example, that digital tools class I was telling you about, where we learned about Adobe, we got to create our own brand from initial concept to finished product. Where we're going to sell it in retail stores, how are we going to market it, what materials are we going to use. We had to build tech packs, because you have to be very specific when you're doing stuff like that. So yeah, there's like a space for everyone within LIM College. Even if you do want to be a designer, they do offer design classes, sewing classes. Just because it's a fashion business school does not mean you don't get to be creative, because you get to incorporate both the business side of fashion as well as the creative and the fun side of fashion. Also, as I said before, I did not have any prior experience, especially in the retail industry. To satisfy my internship one requirements, I worked at Mango, which I learned a lot there. My professors always advise me, you know, it's good to start off on the sales floor so you can see how product runs, you can see how it moves, you get to talk to customers, learn from them, learn the different materials. I took a textiles class, so I've been learning so much at LIM. And when I started, I did not know where my fashion career would take me, but now I kind of have a better understanding, a better idea. And right now I'm interning at Authentic Brands Group as a production intern. But I could do a whole other video on my experience at LIM, like more in depth. I can show videos of different things that we got to do when it came on to, you know, events and networking and projects and presentation. I can give advice on how I landed my internship. But all of that to say that I did not have a portfolio. When I got to LIM, the different classes and the different projects that I did, I started to create my portfolio over time. So even if you don't have a portfolio right now, when you get into fashion school, you will get a chance to build your portfolio and build your skills over time. Even if you don't know exactly what you want to do in the industry right now, you can still give it a chance, because there's so many, there's something out there for everyone. So other than LIM, there are other schools that you can apply to that you do not need a portfolio. So I'm going to start off with FIT. We all know FIT is a well-accredited school. It's in the heart of Manhattan, and they offer so many different degrees. They offer fashion business management, marketing, beauty, and fragrance. So even if it's not particularly fashion related, you can still get into the beauty industry, which is very cool. So disclaimer, you do need a portfolio if you want to apply to the fashion design degrees. However, for the fashion business degrees, you do not need a portfolio. So FIT was one of my options. The only reason that I didn't opt for FIT is because when I was applying, they required for students to do a 1-year associates program to get into the official program, which did not make sense for me at the time, because I was almost finished with my liberal arts and science associate's degree. So I didn't want to get another associate's degree, so that was just out of the picture for me. Another school you can apply to is Kent State University, which is located in Kent, Ohio. It is one of the top fashion programs in the country, and they offer degrees in fashion merchandising and design. Now, for the design degree, you do need a portfolio. However, for the fashion merchandising degree, you do not need one. You just need a strong application, essay, good GPA, and just the regular things you need to apply for a college. And don't forget, guys, if you want to apply to a school and they require a portfolio but they offer different degrees, just try to get in first at least. And then if you feel the need, you can always switch programs. But again, if you want to get into the design program, portfolio required. So another school that you can apply to is SCAD, Savannah College of Arts and Design, which is located, they have a campus in Savannah, Georgia, as well as Atlanta, Georgia. It's another amazing school. They also have a international campus in France, which is pretty cool if you want to study abroad. They offer degrees in fashion merchandising, luxury brand management, and even fashion journalism, all of which do not require a portfolio. However, if you want to do design, you're going to need a portfolio. So when you're applying to those schools, you just need to focus on your academics, essays, letters of recommendations when you're applying to SCAD. And guys, if they have the option for you to not do an essay and do an essay, do it. I just think it makes so much sense. Do it. Show them why you're interested. Show them why you love fashion, right? So those are some of my college recommendations. You guys can also do your own research, and I just want to give you guys advice. If you are applying to these fashion schools, you have to show them that you are interested. Not only, oh, I like clothes, so I want to study fashion. Like if you're writing an essay, speak about different trends going on, different fashion shows. For example, why the Marc Jacobs Spring 2024 collection stood out to you. What are the different color trends going on right now? Maybe you're involved in a fashion club at your school. Even if you're not in a club at your school, do different like side projects, maybe small set design projects, or you create mood boards. Just make a creative project or something. Even if you don't have a portfolio per se, just show that you have an interest at least. That will make your application stand out. Attend different events. Even if you don't live in New York per se, you could still find a fashion community where you live and just start getting involved. And once you start getting more involved with the fashion community, you can get mentorship from people that you meet. So if you're serious about this, don't make your lack of experience and your lack of portfolio stop you. It is very possible. Look at me. I didn't do fashion straight out of high school, and look where I am now. Like, I'm not somewhere extremely far, but like when I look back a year, I did not know that I would be here today. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, drop it in the comments. I will be glad to answer them. Let me know if you want any other fashion school or fashion related videos. That's what I'm here for. I will be posting more fashion related content, lifestyle, gym. I love the gym, so expect some of that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and you guys can follow me on socials if you want as well. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye.